Good morning, everybody. Go ahead. Let everybody know I'm live. Well, never mind. I'm banned on TikTok. I forgot about that. Well, you don't talk about shorting China. Social credit down 20%. I guess. Let's see. Not really else. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and give everybody about 5 minutes, and we'll go ahead and get started with our news. Actually, a little bit less than that. So, considering we're a little late, so. Hmm. All right. All righty, everybody. Go ahead and alert one more time. And do you guys see earnings on UPS? I thought it was last night, so I was all like, ugh, but this is unless I have, looks like they reported. Yeah, yeah, they did. So not much of a reaction, and most premiums on both sides are gonna get burned. So I kind of posted a TikTok. I got banned on TikTok though for no reason. I'm not sure exactly why. So, but UPS has a decent setup. You know what? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started. So, futures on Wall Street, major indexes were in the red, ahead of a slew of corporate earnings from Wall Street firms, including Microsoft and Alphabet. A global growth concerns fueled by lockdowns in China and aggressive Fed monetary policy sapped risk appetite. European shares were up, supported by earnings from UBS and Maersk. In Asian equity markets, Japanese shares ended higher, while Chinese stocks actually took a hit. Meanwhile, the dollar soared to a 2-year high, and the euro slipped. And commodities, gold prices gained as investors sought refuge in the safe haven metal, while oil prices were little changed. Consumer confidence in durable goods, housing markets have been released. Here's our economic calendar for the day. We do have already had the NBA mortgage application index. We've got pending home sales, EAI crude inventories, coming in at 10 o'clock, but we did get our oh, excuse me, that's the 27th. I apologize. So that is the 26th. I thought that was Monday just because it was the first one. But we do have the consumer confidence and new home sales coming in at 10 o'clock, and we already had the FHA, or excuse me, durable orders, transportation, as well as just durable orders. Sorry, I got those days confused. Um, Other than that, Musk and Twitter, as you guys know, I'm not sure where Twitter is at here in pre-market. Look like it's pretty much where it closed at yesterday. It's at 51.70. Musk Twitter deal could test Tesla executive bench. Elon's move to buy Twitter for 44 billion has raised concerns about the depth of executive talent at the more valuable company, electric car maker Tesla. In his case, in Tesla, in his case, attention is further divided by the social media platform. PepsiCo raised revenue forecast. Let's see here. On boost from price increases. So PepsiCo estimates quarterly revenue and raised beat estimates for quarterly revenue and raised its full year forecast on steady demand for its sodas and snacks, even in the face of 7 rounds of price increases. I can tell you why that is. UPS adjusted profit rise on e-commerce demand. So UPS reported a rise in quarterly adjusted profit as the parcel delivery company raised prices amid a ongoing boom in e-commerce package shipment. Elon is such an alien. That's facts. Um, let's see here. GE expects full year earnings at a lower end of the forecast. That's a weird way to word this, but General Electric pegged its full year earnings at the lower end of the previous forecast as persistent supply chain disruptions, rising freight, and raw material costs take a toll on the industrial conglomerate. All right. 3M reported the industrial giant reported a fall in quarterly adjusted private profit driven by waning demand for its disposable N95 mask as COVID-19 recedes and a fall of COVID-19 cases globally due to the high vaccination rates due to demand for the mask diminish, impacting the margins of the U.S. Biggest U.S. producer of N95 masks. Also, the war in Ukraine caused the company to face increased costs with shortage of raw materials and semiconductors, straining its auto builds industry. Excuse me. Ford, the company will start regular manufacturing of its F-150 Lightning electric pickup truck. And Russian court has fined Facebook 4 million rubles for failing to delete a post that contains what it calls LGBT propaganda. All right. Well, the rest of these are pretty obscure. Coca-Cola got a price target raised from 68 to 65, or from 65, excuse me. Match Group got a price cut by JP Morgan to 135 from 165. And Twitter actually got a price target raise to $54, of course, after the company agreed to Elon's price. So, okay, I will. I haven't checked my DMs in like months. Not those. All right. Well, a ton of corporate meetings happening in after hours. And of course, if you guys do take a look at, hold on one second, go over to the live chat. Is Manny talking? I hope he's not talking. TikTok ban. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll get unbanned, but just not right now. What the hell is that man's dragon? Big old jack. floor jack from the car. Sorry, someone's dragging a floor jack outside of my house. It's a little bit disruptive. All right, so we have 133 companies reporting today, but guys, remember premiums are going to be inflated on the companies that likely or that do have earnings soon. Facebook had a pretty good setup, and I did actually want to try to make a play on it. Might try today, but the thing is oftentimes with IV, a move in the opposite direction is going to really, really, really hurt. So beware, just keep that in mind. But we do have a massive amount of earnings, and I will be going over those of you who, on YouTube or what. I'll be doing a few earnings plays this week. Um, I'm going to be pretty picky. We've got a lot of earnings to choose from. I'm going to be looking for companies that don't have setups like UPS did. UPS's setup, including options. Yes, maybe someone makes a little bit of money if they were at, the 190 strike, but personally, I think that most people are, as soon as UPS falls down to 192.50, most people are going to lose their ass on their premiums and be totally crushed on IV. So something to keep in mind. But other than that, guys, my watch list for today, as you guys know, yes, Amazon earnings are today. Baba. So since in celebration of getting banned on TikTok, we're gonna try and short or long. It doesn't really matter if we're longing it. It's just in preparation to short it. But possibly doing some damage here on Baba. Yesterday we got a bounce off of the first part of the gap fill, not the entirety of it, which you would anticipate. This is also a major support level of $81. I think it did bounce off of 81.40. But ultimately, this could be good for just a simple retest, possibly up to the $91 area. So I will be watching Baba on this lower time frame here. More or less for a break in trend. And you can see there's a pretty clean trend here. So if we get a rejection, I'll continue to take it to the downside. And that will likely happen anywhere below 84, 84 even. I'm going to set alert right now as I do that. So below $84, or as it approaches that with volume, I would be likely to take a possible short position looking at the 82 to $80 strike. So again, with earnings, everybody, Facebook is gonna have a bad time. It did gap down, which oftentimes is not bad in the long run if you're looking to play something to the upside, because you want, a lot of the times when there's a small gap at the bell or right as the bell opens, that gap immediately is going to get filled. There's a gap in price, gap in volume, and usually buyers or sellers will drive it into that gap. So considering the fact that Facebook is gapped down, um, I would say there's places to look for bounces like 183.75, which is pretty far away from where you're at in pre-market. But below that mark, then again, this could be a bear flag, and we will likely see Facebook down to the 180 mark. I thought Snee was saying that it was Thursday. I was like, all right, I've lost my mind. But yeah, 180.50 would be the target for me to the downside on Facebook. But to the upside, I will be watching it above this 188.60 mark for a potential punch into the pivot point. Now, earnings are tomorrow, so I do expect these premiums to be inflated, and this therefore has to be pushed down to the bottom of my watch list. So it's not necessarily a top watch for me, and that's just simply because of the premiums. On top of that, guys, we did take a swing on Alcoa. I want you guys to be vigilant if you are staying long. If your expiration is shorter, and it starts, stinging, or that it's going to sting, don't, sit inside of a position that is going to end up burning you. Hedge yourself and find those marks in which you could possibly see a reversal. Might be another those. Yeah, if you guys go take a look at the IV on Facebook, it is absolutely insane. Which drives me away from it. So, but what I was going to say here, 65-25 set alerts, because if you lose that level and you do not bounce, that's when you need to start considering taking out a cheap out of the money hedge, possibly looking at next week's expiration, or just cutting the trade and waiting for a better setup. Um, but we did get a good bounce gap fill yesterday, and then we closed with some decent resilience. So I'm going to be looking for continuation on that one. Now, also, going to stick with classic Apple. Apple's kind of sitting in what and I've been kind of looking at it, trying not to be delusional here. It looks like it's in a channel at the start of a channel. This double top was the trend setting channel. So that being said, a lot of you guys know, Rolly has repeated, bear market rallies are often stronger than bull market rallies. So if we saw some upside, we could actually end up moving towards resistance. But yesterday, if you guys are marking your key levels and not just looking at the dynamic setup, you'll see 163.75. It's right there. So you see where we bounce off of there. You also can go across the board and see a head and shoulders here built on it. It's definitely a floor, definitely a key level to watch. So above that level, 164, you've got a little pivot point at 165 to be expected. But above those two marks, I would anticipate a resistance run from Apple. But of course, again, if I'm not mistaken, Apple is Thursday. So might not see as high as premiums yet. And it could be lucrative, depending on the trajectory, especially if there's a lot of people bet into the upside. Um, they're going to see an IV crush, but to the downside, you might see some IV love. So excuse me. But anyway, that's Apple right now. Anywhere below these two candle tops right there, that's 161. So anywhere below 161.
US retail sales plus 12.7%. The week ending April 23rd versus a year ago. And US retail sales first 3 weeks of April plus 13.7% versus a year ago.
Okay, interesting. Um, I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching Twitter. I'm not going to. There's not. I'd say maybe some temporary downside. You've got this crazy looking cup set up. I don't want to deter you guys from taking anything that you think is high probability, because if it's not, I mean, there's a lesson to be learned there. Just make sure that when you're dealing with something like this, that you are being you are managing your risk. I believe that the risk to go heavy on this doesn't the payoff isn't worth it, especially with something that's technically already priced in just a couple dollars away. So it could end up going and flushing its gap and going to 41.34 before everything was said and done. UPS did have earnings, and after it settles, there's a possibility that we see a decent move. So I will keep an eye on UPS today. It's up there. As you guys can see, I have it wrapped kind of in this channel, but watch these key levels. That key level of 193.50 is going to be where I'm going to be watching UPS. So set your alerts. After yesterday's price action, guys, I'm going to be hesitant still to really bet the farm on anything. I'm still going to be using light risk, as I did yesterday, until we pick direction. If I, and one of the things here is, when we're in range, and this is something that has helped me a lot as a new trader.
CCL Quantable shares spiking here now. Charlie Charles Lima, CCL.
CCL spiking. $19. Um, so when something is like Tesla here, guys, where you can see a clear
Uh,
bottom,
Board,
right? And
circulating
we've talked about
company
this 975 level.
It says that the CEO, Arnold Donald, is stepping down to become vice chair. That's Charlie Lima, that reported by CNBC's Simo Modi, according to two sources.
All right, you got it, dude. So anyway, things like Tesla provide
$1. They're hitting $19.04 now at $18.99, up 11 cents for CCL Charlie Lima.
I do a way better Charlie than Charlie.
yeah, Charlie just sometimes Charlie. Hold on one second. I gotta switch that around. Okay, there we go.
S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index,
Shh. Oh, I gotta do
February
that.
10th city home price index up 6% year over year. The 20 city home price index
Okay.
Who's Charlie?
up 20.2% year over year. National home price index up
So
20.2% year over year.
that's fine. So take a look at this, right? This is what really keeps it easy. When you find patterns or setups of heavy consolidation, oftentimes you know that we can expect a move going forward. And what happens is when we do find those weeks where we get really nice volatility or whatever the case may be, or maybe Monday opens up and we dump, and then the rest of the week, people are unable to identify or just take a step back and realize that like the stock is in range. And if you look at Tesla from April 8th until now, except for a massive gap up on earnings, which completely gap filled and flushed right back down to support, you have a very, very clear resistance, and that's at 1024, 1023 to 35. I have I would say 1030, is the whole number above you, but there's seems to be there's a pivot point there as well, so I'm going to go with that number. Um, but you have like what looks to be um, uh, a perfect box, supply and demand. So we wait for this to break. So anywhere below 972, and this goes in line with my analysis that I gave before. We can expect a trip down to support, which is going to be around 915.40. And I think that looks good for Tesla. If you look at Tesla, it's actually got what appears to be, if you take away this gap up, it has the head and shoulders energy, right? It doesn't have a clean head and shoulders, but the resistance and selling pressure is there. So anywhere in this range, it's going to be tough. So if you're taking large positions or big positions, big bets, it may pay off if you're right, but if you're wrong, you're going to be left feeling confused. And a big thing that I see a lot is when the market does this, a lot of people come forward and feel like they have no idea what's going on. And that's sometimes like you just have to have patience, period, and let things set up. If it doesn't look like it's like, if it doesn't look good, it's not set up. And so I think Tesla, after a couple of days, or being in this range, is more than likely going to give us some decent direction here going forward. So. But anyway, that's pretty much it for me, y'all. As far as my watch list, I'm gonna go type this out in my channel, and if I add anything else to the watch list, I will let you know. Especially if it's a China stock, since they banned me on TikTok again. So
Seriously?
yeah, I don't know why, but
Because they keep shorting, but why do you mean you know why? They go through your videos.
you get what you deserve. Yeah. What do you got on watch today, my guy?
Target down yesterday. Since pretty much the bottom, I think before the bell, I said, this move is just gonna push the Dow into 34, 146. It's exactly where it went. Literally rejected that, and we haven't gotten above it. So with that, right, everything we have So the rally yesterday was caused by the closing of those puts greater than 430. And that's
Right.
why we had, they're basically covering all that. Buy is moving into that 430 zone, so it's going to be very nice to see how it reacts to that level. And same thing pretty much with everything. So the Dow is also retesting its support that was broken, and again it's going well. Now the issue is, are we gonna push down, or are we just gonna stay in this and instead of trying to range till May 4th or like 1 down?
Right.
Yeah, hopefully not. I still think the markets are poised for a new yearly low. It would be ideal for it to happen before the meeting, and then the meeting as always we just grab it back up.
Yeah.
And then we stay and then we just do it again for next month.
I mean,
But
it would go perfectly in line with the cycle that we're in right now because if you look at yeah,
also there's not really enough to say. It's just follow through from yesterday, and it's moving well now. The Friday fiasco was the one that still left me shocked. I mean, I have never really not seen gambling that be spot on, but it's just sometimes you get that Friday, which is why I said, expect the unexpected. We had those puts getting right, so market makers had to do what they had to do. Let's see where we're gonna go today. Again, another important note that I want everybody to keep in mind: we equity markets are not pushing as hard as the indices are. This is very, very important, right? Because that means that everything that's happening is purely option market driven, right? Because remember, what are the leaders hedge with? The futures, right? Primarily yes. So that's where we're at with everything. I think that it's going to be a decent day, but at the same time, something tells me we may chop around. But let's see. Remember, just don't take anything without confirmation. That's the important part. And also work every month. You guys know how I get. All I care about is not wire out. And I mean, I tend to put on a bit more risk towards mid month and the end of the month just to like finish off. But I have a small cushion of profits small. Obviously, I have a cushion of profits that will backstop me pretty much. So just try not to lose our because this is a pattern that I've seen. I've had some traders message me, don't lose our game. It's the easiest thing to do. So don't do it.
yep. Oh, trying to decide what to do with Tesla.
Dude, I have some people watching it too, and the same thing I told them. Look at the hourly.
I am literally staring at it right now.
You see that hourly?
Yeah. Well, it is disgusting, but after every bit of disgustingness comes a bit of glory, and I think that sounded awful, but um, that look at that, look, that's I can't. So we could literally stay in range like more, but they've had earnings, and I think, and this is only my thought, but I think that the Twitter acquisition might I don't know how Tesla investors are going to respond to it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I mean, is it a perk? Is it adding to? I don't know.
Like the talks now, because Bloomberg this morning was talking about it. Where is he gonna get money? I think Morgan Stanley was one of the ones that were okay financing to him.
Yeah.
In the Twitter thing. So if he goes with that type of, how Elon is, the last thing he wants is another loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he goes with that route, I don't know if he would, but if he does it and he does it with his own money, yeah, it's just hard, hard.
Yeah.
But then it's gonna look bad on him as a CEO. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot going on, and he put up a ton of Tesla shares as collateral.
Yeah. That's how it would be. Yes. Twitter starts going to the shit like every other company he built, or
Yeah.
hold on 1 second, they're big. That's the message. Super, dude. It is. I don't think it is normal that the world's richest people are in control of pretty much the voice of the people in a way. It's super, super, super. Yes. I'm with you on that, Johnny. It's funny how Trump was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go back to Twitter." I mean, why would you do that?
Dude, I have a feeling that his whatever dealings with DWAC, his platform, they were like, yeah, you can't, dude, because if you do, we're fucked.
That's exactly what was gonna happen, but that's funny.
Here's my prediction because I think that TikTok either gets replaced, and that's gonna happen soon. I think like in the next year or two, it'll start to kind of like die off, and we'll start to, huh? It'll always Biden? Vine? Yeah, of course. Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm older than you. I'm like your grandpa. Yeah. Yeah. But that's the thing is it no judgment, but I feel like that's like the worst app like ever. Like TikTok in general, I think here it is. There is verifiable proof that Facebook has basically put up funding for articles that are basically talking about this exactly, that Twitter is or TikTok is for kids and or was a kids app. And they use the content that people put out there as an example of why it's bad for America's kids. And this is done by Facebook, right, as a way to get people because TikTok has been been a thorn, no more than a thorn, a missile, like in their side, because it is taking away from the screen time that they used to have through Instagram and even Facebook. You know, with uh, as far as I know, older generation. But uh, but yeah, I think that there's going to be a push, whether it comes in the form of a new app or a revitalization of one that already exists. Um, but that and then tensions between us and China, could obviously make things even harder. So, but that's my thoughts on it. So, Vine was the best thing in the world and disappeared so fast. That's because that guy just bought it and then deleted it, didn't he? He bought it for like a bajillion, like a. Do you remember that, Manny? Didn't that dude just? I forgot how much he bought it for. Facebook just upped my real payments from $800 a month to $8,500 a month. Wait, what? Is that like for advertisements? Oh my. That's kind of weird. Is that the roll master? Is that nope? That's Manny's chair. Are you waiting for US 30 to confirm that zone?
Yeah, man. If it does sustain, I assume it's gonna go. But really don't want it for it to do that because then it's gonna avoid the whole that we basically did these last 2 days. But I'm not gonna leave for a reject because that's a macro build. You know what I mean? So if it's like above that, that's obviously what's everything out of that. So I'll wait to see the reactions. I mean that 33,820 number, you should have it in your charts. If we confirm and open below that level now for the New York Stock Exchange session, then for sure that we're gonna start pushing down and possibly wick fill all the way into that 33,580. Find a bit of a base before going down to 33,328. The issue is that 33,390, this is a balanced area of the VC. And you know how balanced areas sort of work, with everything. Anytime you're above the balance area, you would look to short, and anytime you're below, you would look to long. Because the issue is that is an area to the algos that basically tells the price should be here. So they start triggering, algos to buy up, whatever it is. And that's what happened yesterday, right? You saw what the market did once it got to like that 3390 level. I mean, dude, I don't have to like show you the chart. I got whiteboard here. I sent it to the mentorship students. But on the whiteboard I wrote on Sunday, 390 was a balance area on the weekly, and we got below that we could possibly see a bounce. I mean, this is why I was sort of bullish yesterday and why I was expecting bounce. You know what I mean? Just look at that. Yeah, it's almost not stick bounce.
Yeah, definitely.
So once I saw that, that already confirmed. So right now the issue is that are we gonna keep dropping below our balance area? But if we get below that area there, then yeah, we're gonna keep dumping.
Did you see what I posted, dude? We have literally somebody tuning in from prison.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude,
Get it?
like straight up, like
Yeah.
yo, you hop out, like this is where it's at, dude.
I don't know how you. Yep. I don't care how you got that phone, but you're learning.
You don't care anything. This
Yeah. Don't be bad. Don't be.
he got his license in prison. Like his fire sprinkler like contractor.
That's sick.
You can't go into the shop.
Oh, there we go. My mic was off. What'd you say?
No, just a tip to like anybody that I want to know. Sometimes, especially those struggling to find the charities, and this is it. Sometimes we struggle because we see what works for others and we want it to work for us, and we don't realize that sometimes the simplest tactics is what works. A perfect example is trading futures, right? Plunger uses like the futures market, basically his charts, but he knows how to read them. He knows how to mix and match all his system indicators to work and how he can get the week that he wants, right? I realize for me, futures is just supported this. There's levels that are trend shifting levels. You can tell with the charts. You just gotta know that.
Yeah.
Once you know that,
I would say right now, guys, sorry. Okay, sorry. I completely forgot what I was. I got a text message and ADHD kicked in. I'm pretty much gonna keep. I'd say Tesla, AA, and UPS probably gonna be on the top of my watch list today. I want you guys to be patient though, especially with everything in range. Let's wait for those 15-minute candles to show us, our reversals or our continuations to the downside, which there is a possibility of both. Tesla is absolutely insane. I don't know how Manny is not literally shaking on the floor right now. How the amount of times that Tesla, like, look at this is actually, you don't see it very often. It does happen, but let's count. Let's count together. One. I'm just kidding. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I mean, if you talk about a micro, bounce right above that, you've got perfectly on the 980 mark. You got 1, 2, 3, I would call that 4. So in total, you've got like basically like little like 8 touches around support. So it's like, all right, just do something. If it's gonna go or reverse, you know.
Quite honest. You see how it's just stuck in between supply and demand?
Well, that's when I usually like to look at those hourly or 4-hour candle closes to get an idea of. Yeah, I just that's yeah, the 4-hour definitely that's way better. So, um, I don't see a good. I just see the key levels that the same ones you do, like below 980, you know, below 975, like that. Right. Yeah. And you know, let's yeah. So the 4-hour makes it sets it up a lot better. And really, so if you take the gap up, okay, so a lot of the times I disregard the earnings move. Look at UPS guys at open yesterday. Oof, sorry. The warning is came to fruition. But you know, for me, if I sit and watch one of these hourly candles set up and I like the volume, which we did not have yesterday, and is something that I see a lot of people learning, some people the hard way. But when you have low volume like this, yeah, you're going to get a lot of reversals back and forth. So for me, you know, I'm going to wait for Tesla to show me solid direction. I'm not going to be taking I'm not scalping. I'm day trading today. If I see a scalp, I'll let you guys know. But I am, for the most part, going to be just looking for a solid day trade, maybe even swing going into next week. Just to give you guys an update on UPS here before the bell. So check out the channel, peep the channel. If anybody sells premiums, I don't know, it could be lucrative today. 188 to the downside for UPS. And then above, and granted, pre-market highs are pretty high. I would say above 191 or 192. But the thing that I find the most interesting here is that we did, in fact, reel ourselves back in, and they did keep it flat. So next time you guys are looking at earnings, and am I selling my Tesla put at the bell? Am I holding? I mean, I'm playing it, I'm watching it. So if it breaks, you know, I would say if it breaks above 1,000, or maybe 1,003, which was the mark yesterday. If it breaks above that and it has a good volume at the bell, then I'll probably go ahead and cut it there. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'd rather just go ahead and cut it with IV. People placing their bets because you might be able to get out a little bit better. So, real quick, top shelf. If you guys don't see in the live trading chat, he just posted his levels for Zoom, AMD, Unity, and CVNA. Real quick, and I don't know why they're not moving. There's VBLT, vascular biogenics. I just reposted the news. Anytime that you see the word ovarian cancer or any cancer period inside of a sentence about a stock, and that the FDA is included in that sentence, you're going to probably move. But this one has not even a little bit. So I'll keep it on the watch list. Oftentimes, a delayed move will actually give you a pretty good setup to go long. So, yes, man, I'm ready for the market to actually do something. Yeah.
It was funny. I saw 3 cars yesterday with the tag for car buyer, and I was like, people are buying them.
I think of piranhas every time I hear compound. Yeah, for real.
Quickly, a couple things. We're 7 minutes ahead of opening. if you'll give me 2 minutes,
Yeah, no.
lots of trailers that are plowed into like fertilizer, oil. We're in the 8th or 9th inning on NZ. Here's the problem with energy. Oil will be strong. I said oil will be average $100 late in the summer. Not changing that. Have been right about that. It's not about being right. It's about making money. We're all getting hit. I'm looking at the top traders in the world. This Tom Lee said, "Man, I have egg on my face. Um, I'm making calls on my own. Look, this is a hard game. But as far as energy goes, if the China lockdowns continue, there's VLO smoked earnings. That thing, it had a price target upgrade to 120. Does that mean it's going to rocket to 120? No. You have to think, are people going to buy an equity? At what point do they stop buying shares?
Yeah.
So the story is, if China lockdowns continue, that'll be a demand story. Energy will probably get hit. The earnings are going to be so brisk that they're based off 70 to $75 oil. So I don't have a single position that's not May 20 or out of December. We got obliterated, rug pull. People are coming back at me on fertilizer. Look, I loaded up EOG, Mosaic, rode those, built a big bank account, and yeah, have lost some of those gains. And you don't pile in the trades that have run 100% year to date. You can't get in a trade at the end of the run. Recover, absolutely, but I have almost everything across the board negative next week. I'm scanning, tracking, charting. Everything looks like we are bearish. So pick your spots. Careful with long swings. It'll be an earnings story this week, earnings story next week. But long buy hold swing will have tons of volatility. We can tradable market, but next week to me looks as bad as I've seen in 10 years. So just buckle up, Buttercup. This is not easy, but they're going to be trades every day. Don't pile into energy and fertilizer. See how things shake out. Earnings this week will either give us a little bit of a buffer in the next week. Otherwise, the selling may go away. Folks are gonna start early, and Friday could be nasty in the next week. So just be careful.
Sorry, I'm back. Thanks for that, Top Shelf. Who? Oh, I'm on Twitter Spaces right now. Small gap down for Tesla to 997 pre-market. Get on for the chop.
Yes, DJ. The issue is one time we woke up for London. You know how DJ is. You know how DJ is.
Mm-hmm.
We woke up for London. Yeah, you're not. We chopped for 2 hours.
Oh my God.
DJ was, but he was very expressive that day.
I'm sure. DJ's hilarious. All right. If nothing moves today, guys, or if we start chopping again, it'd be a bit. Oh wow, UPS is dumping, or pulling back a little bit. Then I'm gonna be a good example and take off. So, oh, I forgot I muted Charlie.
I said my loss for my usual position, so.
Keep an eye on Coca-Cola. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say Coca-Cola is getting some price target upgrades to $70. Now it's gone on a straight run since March 10th, so I don't know if it's got more. Um, you lost. I think you did lose a connection. We heard you, Rolly. But you're muted now. Am I talking to you? Talking to the dog?
No, I get fired up. I'm trying to say, look, I think we're very, very, very bearish.
Yeah.
Next week. I don't scans, charts, looks to the upside, it's fool's gold, figure spots, make some trades, see green, take it, see green, take it, see green, take it.
Nope.
Okay, holding long swings. Trade levels, 10, 20%,
Markets open, guys.
and holding VLO all day, they smash earnings. And we're out to May to hold. But the price started upgrading to 120. So
That's awesome.
and I'm we made thousands on that trade. I don't know why you took May 6th. That's you're braver than I am. We hit that trade for buckets, houses, and hang on. It did say in the trade. I'm still heavy in the trade.
Look at the UPS staying in range. Look at that bounce right off of my support. Look at that. Look at that white line. Oh my gosh. Look at that bounce right off of 183.25. Yeah, if
Just for your steady store. You guys
Tesla's building up. The yellow.
Yeah,
Hey, it was oh god, I thought I was your day. Oh Lord. Okay. Hey, y'all, I'm taking. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna take a. I'm looking at Facebook right now. I like Facebook a lot. It's volume is rising on Facebook. Being really close in the money, guys, is dangerous with IV this high, which is why I'm hesitant to take this at the moment. But I am eyeballing Facebook if it breaks above this 187.55. Facebook, beautiful rejection. All right.
Monty Rosa
It's like it's pushing out. The cues are just pushing back. I got break your stops on my U30 shirt. But Jesus, for the last remaining on bit.
You're about to lose your shirt.
Very good. Stop that. Doesn't matter. I took 80% profits for most of that. But Hughes is dragging down. The Dow seems to be bouncing before her.
Yeah.
Guys, I alerted you to a big guy on international potash IPI. I said it'd make a $15 move. We are more than 2/3 of the way there. Bought a ton of equity at the $80 spot. It's at 92 at the moment. That's a 145 a year from now if you like equity.
All right. I'm taking. There's a gap underneath it. It's gonna go fill. Y'all, I'm gonna take a Tesla put. I think I'm gonna go and add to my position from yesterday. That 950 strike. This is an early entry, and very risky. So I'm still using the same risk that I talked about today. Facebook is pulling back. I didn't take anything to the upside, and I have a mark below 184. First.
I'm gonna help you.
That's an example. Less than a third of his net worth, that doesn't help your liquidity on some companies.
Yeah.
You'll get hit.
What's the equity spread on Tesla? Is it like $1 or $8?
All right, I'm in a 950 put for Tesla.
I don't think
Yeah, like, so it's
it's
that
near.
What was that? Well,
It's about 40 cents.
Okay, so regulated brokers gonna be better. Okay, so penalty is property make 20 cents extra off that spread. Nice. Okay, that's what I. I'm enjoying Gary. I'll see if I can help pull this.
watch 982.50 on Tesla. It's a big level. It's giving me gas. All right.
Dude, that 975 is crazy, Gary. I've been looking at the chart. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Its long-term price target is still hasn't changed 40 months. 41.88 is your price target on the VIX, and we're going out to end of June. 41.88. If you want to.
Crazy.
Wait.
15 minutes.
And, dude, what my heart, I palpitate when I short Tesla every time, especially with scalping and day trading. Ugh. Yeah.
Now is pushing up SPY as well. The Qs are now trying to catch relief.
Tesla's sticking to its guns though. Red candle after red candle here. We need to break 985.60.
Oh,
985.60.
part of the funding on Twitter, 12 billion is secured by Musk's Tesla stocks.
And that's what I'm saying. Good job, man. Yeah, I think that shit that's not going down. Just,
12 billion financed by Tesla stock, not leverage.
That's what apparently he meant by funding secured.
You're changing the headlights fast. Good. Okay, I'll come back up. Wow, Qs are pulling back. Dude, the Dow is waking up.
180.
we're getting very rock here.
All right. We might see a small retest here. I wouldn't be scared of a retest at 991.37 for Tesla. Look at UPS crushing premiums right now. That's the only purpose it has right now, is to crush those premiums, dude. That's it. It is. Look at that 15-minute candle. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, and it's crazy because it bounced right off of my support. No, I told people I wasn't going to because I thought it was going to open flat, and it did.
Hey, you had pre-working this, you guys out.
Oh yeah. $50 Tesla puts printing. I'm not even gonna look at UPS anymore. Oh my gosh, nice. Yeah, you've got $50.29 or 32 cents, excuse me. And then I don't know, that looks pretty straightforward. I would say 49.75. Oh,
That's 12 billion.
damn. Many has
It was 25 billion. How much does he need to sell this go around Garrett or May? He sold 12 this go around. Okay, so it's half what he sold last year. I thought it was more.
I'm up 11%. If anybody grabbed that 950 with me, I'm chilling. I've got 979.30 as the yeah. Good short though. Good entry on that one.
I got 978.36.
So whoever is so short, I would just like that.
We're kind of, we're all with the same level, they'll be good.
Yeah.
There's a spread of
About it. It's literally the same.
Yeah, that's funny.
EITR,
I'm thinking about taking spray or do I think I want to see our guys over here? It's over the juice still. Because I think that Twitter's someone off of reaction, especially if it has so long as they filled the gap, but
Warning, 280-10. I'm gonna TP, but if you want to hold a runner with me, or you need to break this, and if you bounce, the resistance is all the way up at $1,000, so you will get squeezed out. If you see a reversal candle, and that candle closes. But we're doing really well. So if you're scalping Tesla to the downside right now with me, or day trading it down, you should be up around 12%.
What's the rest of it?
That's-
This leverage, it's borrowing for the day.
Yeah, but
That's okay.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that makes it worse.
Himself over if he sold, but he's gonna let it.
The problem is the appearance, obviously, at any time of day, you're gonna have one winner and one loser, so one goes up, so. Hey,
100%. And he's gonna try to make himself look like the winner. But here's the thing too, Rolling. I know Jesus. For the weekend, why did Twitter change their tone? Because they knew they got a good deal.
Of course.
well, and they're also, there were no other buyers.
Exactly. I think they had one bidder like years ago for like 30 something bucks.
I think I remember.
Nobody else.
Oh my God. I missed my entry on Facebook, but if you got into Facebook, I think Big Stepper is firing off on that one. It is at support 181.77. I would wait for a bounce, and then you could potentially take it short. Tesla is pulling back here a little bit more. Oh, you're with me? Yes. Let's go.
Yo, this Facebook, I think it's not more rude to follow.
If it loses this support, yeah, for sure.
What's here? What do you got?
Yeah, I do have a target. That hourly on Facebook is horrendous. 179.50. All right, if you're dragging stop losses and scalping with me, I'm gonna use that 988.75. I'm gonna go ahead and trim out on Tesla here. Just one, just to play it safe. But I'm thinking we might break here. The volume is still pretty high. Yeah. Let's go.
Make sure you drink. Sorry, go ahead.
This one right here, you're already having a Trevor.
Yep. We're pushing. There it is. There it is. Money. Tesla turned into me and Mr. Krabs.
Of the average volume measure of the average on the athlete, and they're still relatively massive.
On the hourly candle for Tesla.
You're
and
above the average, and you still have 7.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, RSI looks good on the hourly. This is the thing, though. If you look at that hourly support for Tesla, if we break today, woo, that's a 7 support tap break. Like, we've tapped that support 7 times, and we're pushing hard. Yo, if you are in Tesla, let's go.
Oh,
Yep. Hey. Not bad. Yep. All right, I'm trimming. I don't know if I want to hold. That was low money. That was so money. I think we tap 972 or 972. But then truthfully, I mean, if we lost support today, which is, that 972 mark, then I don't think we lose that much. 950. I have 955 as a mark. I mean, we've seen worse, so I don't know.
61 is their state support. 62.
Yeah.
You got room to the downside. The state loses that something too.
Wait till next week. I think next week we're gonna get smoked.
Yeah, agreed.
Phones on US 30 or phones 820 and British.
Right. There's 975. There's 974 and Tesla. Get it. Oh, give me a Tesla bottle. Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too. So is mine, dude. My heart is racing so hard right now. Every time I short Teslas, yeah, this shit's so fun. Let's. That is just the first hourly candle. We have 44 minutes left in this 1 hourly candle for Tesla. So I'm out. I'm out of that one. Another one. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you, Captain. Wow, that was good TP right there. Yeah. Matey. You just hear Matey say, "Oh my God." Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, look at that.
One for next week. I have to cut it 'cause some sucker will pile back in here. Dude. Not right now.
That was, oh my God. All right, that's it.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Sorry.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Oh my God. Thank you.
I texted my boy. I was like, "Hey, short it."
I have one up in 950.
Yeah, I think gonna go to 960. If it breaks 960, 950 incoming harder than it freaking rolls. US 30 gave
Well,
rejection.
now the premiums are just absolutely caught up.
Yeah, 100%. That was incredible. That yeah, I'm.
Yeah, by double, but they're good.
That was oh my God. I've covered my mouth now 3 times now while trading Tesla. Oh my God. These are the days that we used to live for Tesla, but in reverse. There you go, nice. Yo, you're welcome to hedge AA with weeklies, but yeah, you got that. I mean, you could go for a if we bounce up to 977.85 or 975 even, I will reshort Tesla and take it down to 955. But if you guys got that trade with us, that was literally like Power Rangers type energy right there. All of us just combined. So wonderful job. That is how many minutes are we into the day? 18 minutes. Yeah, you did, man. You called. Yep. 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 Look at the high volume right there. So you might be expected a little bit, and I would expect a bounce. You just fell from 995 to fucking 966. But
To trade that back up after we've lost two more levels is you have more money than I do.
yeah, yeah,
You're very experienced.
facts.
You'll get crushed.
So, if you guys want to turn your attention to the bar, so anytime stuff like this happens, good God, Tesla, just don't look at it. Just don't look at it. If you just don't look at it,
No brace.
no breaks. Literally,
Just holding it for no reason.
um,
But see, this is where a lot of
yep, yep, yep. Um, so, wow, this is so be patient here. Just like Wooly said, we just had in 18 minutes, basically 15 minutes, we just crushed a whole trade. Those premiums printed. Um, if you have runners and you're holding them, you know, great. Do what you do. But oh my God, maybe I should just shut up. As soon as I was about to say something, I just broke it. That's what I was gonna say. So if that hourly candle, right, closes below that line that I have, then I would expect a retest at that candle close, and then from there you just broke a major support. So, but what a crazy move! What a crazy move! Is anybody still?
1,060 as a 40.
Yeah. Oh, and Sneeze slapped it as well. Yo, so Mana Fresca, sometimes when you get a really high spike in volume, when you have a certain move to the downside, right? And I swung Tesla with Snee and a couple other people, but um, when you get a wait, what? Hold on one second.
JSC.
Look at it. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on one second. Oh my God. There's 955. There's my target. Sorry, I just I just watched that 1 minute candle on Tesla, and it just literally blew my mind. I just completely forgot what I was saying. I thought I was gonna go and like build up or something or bounce. I was like, yeah, there it is. It hit support. Nope, just like a butter knife. Yeah, no, I'd rather wait for the bounce. It'll come. Tesla buyers are crackheads.
Off the chart, come out of nowhere,
Yeah,
Retail, cult followers,
yeah.
pump that thing up.
Oh yeah.
They will buy shares here.
Mm-hmm. If my target for Tesla to the downside from here, based on the setup that I have, is and this is going back a minute, but is going to be 908.30 or just straight up 900. If you guys want, I'll go ahead and full screen my chart here. Oh, hey, what's up, Astra? So take a look at this really quick. I am projecting that Tesla, and I'll drop this picture in the chart. So if you guys see that bottom support right there, and it's a dynamic support, but it is in line with a major especially since Astro's here, vertical line or key level. But this level that we're approaching right now, which is the 940s and 950s, is huge, like big. You can go back and look at the beginning of January to the end of February and see how well respected. 946 too, yeah, that's right below that. I'm looking at those wicks too as well, just sitting right up there at 950. Obviously psychological number, but yeah, it is still breaking. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The next level of height, this line is January, February.
Yeah.
There's a reset there and that we might, I mean, that's what we'll blow that. I'm under this is in line with the because capital that's 937. Holy shit.
Is that your chart too? Um, there's the bounce. Yeah, you just 950 on the dot. No, excuse me, 945 on the dot. And then like Snee was saying, there's 942 right below that. It's kind of little, and if from there, whew, I mean, if yeah, yep. Your mic is sounds like you're 2 rooms away down the hall, dude. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
No. Yeah. We can barely hear you. Click on. Yeah. No, you sound fine to me. Click on his name and turn his volume up. Didn't I ask? I think I did.
Yeah, sorry, I don't.
All right. Well, feel free to. My God, there goes my retirement. But shit, let's see. Oh no.
Yeah, $3,500 for a 900 May 13. $3,500.
Yo, Tesla. Flush. There's nine. There's 940. I see 940. What the fuck? I don't see shit. Never mind talking about this thing is just dying. That's what I have. That's my level is 900. I'm done for the day. I mean I could throw something out there, but I just literally I swung Tesla into today and then averaged up like pretty well. I started light and then just added at the break and then it was yeah. I'm I'm good to go. Snee laying on a bag of on a bed of money right now. That nasty hourly candle. Yeah, that hourly candle is vindictive. It's got it's malicious. All right. Can I look at Microsoft? Yeah. So if you guys want to give me any tickers to look at right now, I can happy to do that for you before I go ahead and hop off. Yeah, Sarah, did you? I know you did. Did you take Tesla? Let me get a do we have a Tesla emoji? Yeah, we do. Let me get a Tesla emoji in the chat if you took Tesla with us. I'm gonna screenshot it. Oh, I see several people are typing. All right, so really quickly, this red line, that is 975. That was a pivotal level for me in order to see continuation, possibly to the upside if it was going to. Of course, the Qs and stuff are falling right now. I have a target right, especially with the way that this 4-hour candle is closing. We'll go to the hourly really quickly.
And during whole days, but digitalization and Poland with
Yeah. So you have a smaller time frame support here. I don't know why I'm pointing my finger. You can't see that. But from here to here, you've got a lower time frame support that was broken this morning by a gap down. No problem.
CT consumer.
Dumping. They did not fill.
Manufacturing index.
Oh, damn, it is dumping. Nice call, though. You nailed that. Look at those 15-minute candles, dude. Oh, wow. That is really dumping. I think you got that sucker going to 70. Nice. Really quickly, Microsoft below candle close here, below 975. I would be anticipating a drop down to this 971. With the Qs and dropping and everything, you've got a resistance here, you've got support here. So I would think that due to breaking this lower time frame support, high volume on this rejection, that you should at least see this 973, if not 971.60s. So nice job on CBNA. That thing open. Oh shit, Baba. Baba, come back. Wait, do I already have Baba? Oh, I already have it. Language captain. You're good. We're on YouTube. Huh? Into the vortex. Anybody on Twitter Spaces catch Tesla with us? Or YouTube? Yeah, I'm gonna go over that really quickly.
Then approaching the price target level 1 if you want to trim. All people still with and do Unity card.
Okay. Oh my God, Apple is plummeting. I've got a target, I would say 158.85 to the downside. I mean, this looks like identical to Microsoft. But yeah, I would say obviously you're at a psychological number 160, but 159.40 is below you, and then yeah, that 158.75. Coca-Cola. I'm actually watching Coke right now, which personally speaking, looking at the stock long, like it's literally been ripping since the day of dividends, which was March 14th, moving from 58 to 67. I'm not one to try and get into stock that's, especially Coke, that moved really well. So if anything, I would expect maybe a little bit of consolidation. They did get some really interesting price target raises, so they're still a candidate for further upside. But yeah, after seeing the recovery they've had since their last earnings up until now, and then doing well on earnings. Did they have earnings, or am I confusing them with Pepsi? No, I think they did have earnings. That's right. But Rolly's also got usually pretty incredible insight on Coca-Cola since he's been trading it for a minute. Ask if you're asking me about CV now. I'm Rolly's got all the levels for you on that one. But I see $70 coming in hot. I think it's dumping. Baba, what's up? Tesla's going to 900. Oh my God, I stopped looking at it. Oh my God, I don't want to look at it. Stop it. You're at a key level right here though. This 927.50 is a pretty big level here. I would be surprised if you bounce here. Just a small. I'm not saying like bounce, but I'm just saying like a bounce. I mean, if you look at that hourly candle, that is, or that even just the 4 hour candle, but the hourly candle itself is insane. Yeah. Still holding what? Day trade boss. Still holding what? Yeah, I don't, I'm done with, I think it bounces, or it did bounce, already, but, maybe you could even retest 940. I mean, look at that hourly candle. And like Rolly said, I mean, yeah, sometimes there's a chase or two, if it's cheap. But you don't want to chase, especially now. Especially now, you don't want to chase. But it is risky, especially with weeklies. If you're going to do something, take a position, maybe give yourself a little bit of time. Day trade boss, you are a madman. Are you going to TP? I mean, if you chased it, you made out good, because that's, I mean, like Rolly said, if you have experience doing that kind of stuff, then it's a thing. I can't, I mean, I can't, it's about my goal, right? I just hit my weekly goal on Tuesday. So, I just, there's just no, it starts to like affect me physically because I'm already sweating and my heart's palpitating. And then past my week, I'm like, okay, so yeah, I just I'm trying not to push my luck.
Yeah, they start to cool off. I'm watching a bunch of stuff start to.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're still learning, which is just unbelievable to me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, being hurt over. AMD being breaks my heart. I mean, that's $150 stock, but not in this environment. It would be fucking years left.
Wow. I'm sorry. My brain is going going a million miles an hour. 83.75 on Baba. Look for our trip down to this pivot point. That's 83 even. And then below there, if we can lose 83, I'm thinking we actually move into the 70s, 79.50, 79 even. I think Baba might actually gap down. So I might actually swing Baba short, which I shouldn't do. I should just stop. I've had too much. But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Looking for some. See it for see some reverse. So that one unity. It hit level 175.70. Next targeting 74.88. I'm gonna see this thing 75.88. Looks like it'll make there.
Three says London's direct provocation. Aim to strike targets on Russian territory will immediately lead to a proportional response.
And unity that 33 members that
Wow. I'm trading Tesla for the rest of my life. No, I'm just kidding.
Just this environment, and it's
Yeah. Dude, everything that UPS has done this morning has strictly, in my opinion, because I have a really let me show you this Astro. What'd you say? Yeah, I have 940 as a potential candle close mark for Tesla in the next 20 minutes is 940. Astro, take a look at this. Um, wait, I put, oh, you okay?
fucking crazy.
Dude, it was a team effort. I have to say, it was a team effort. There was, but I appreciate it.
I know those shorts.
Yeah, that was.
There's that leverage on the body bars. You can see that leverage came into the play.
Yeah, oh, yeah. No, that was a good one. I mean, Rolly was in with us. Yeah, Snee. Wow. Yeah, we the whole squad just shorted to Elon's the whole life. Let's go. Astro, did you short Tesla, right? Oh, you didn't close it? Oh, got it. I got it. Oh, Amazon. You got. Oh, nice. But anyway, did you see that chart I posted on UPS? Mhm. Is that a what is it called though when it's a descending channel? Because usually a bear flag is a relief off of like a downtrend where you have lower or higher lows, but this one actually has lower lows. Right. Yeah. I'm not too certain either, but I mean, I'm just trading the channel, but this is why I didn't take earnings because they have just absolutely. If you go look at the 5 minute, that has just been premium crushing price action. Like that's it. All of the people who held both red and green, like that's literally they got crushed. So if they were long or and short trying to straddle, like yeah. Oh my God, Rolly, Jesus, this dude's finding green in a sea of red. Let's go. Yo, 10, dude, that thing might rip to 107. I'm not I'm not even joking. That thing has got room to run. Let's go. Um Guys, yesterday I told you that I'm good on a. What did you say? Oh yeah. Your supply is 107.50 above you. You have a micro resistance. I mean, you probably already have these levels marked, but 106.65, and then I've got 107.53 right above that. So, but that thing has got great volume with earnings. It looks like it's just ready to send it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be a great oil play. Baba's continuing to fall. Those of you who asked me about AA, I'll show you the chart really quick. I'm still long on it, guys. That this is when you're long, you gotta stay long. Like I'm not even. I'm not looking at no 5 minute charts. I'm looking at the hourly candle closes, and when you look at the hourly candle close, you can see that we're still okay. We look fine. 65.25. If you see, that's my little demand, and we bounced right off of it. So if we can continue to hold that level, this can end up playing and bouncing out, and then we can see retest of the $72 level. And remember, we saw over $1 million, I think $5 million going into $75 strikes for AA for 1/20/23, which is still long. But yeah. Who was Dude, that retest on Tesla? It's going for lows. It's going to go break that low. It's trying to. I don't. I think it consolidates, but all right, everybody. Like I said, that was a absolutely phenomenal trading from. All right, hold on one second. It seems like he knows when I'm talking. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I'll be back on if I see anything. Any of the setups that I'm watching, such as AA. I do have a little sneaky Baba put $80 strike that I'm about to grab. I already have another one, so but I'm gonna go ahead and grab that now for next week. You guys are, you don't have to trade that. That's my own personal demons. But other than that, I've got AA, and yeah, Tesla is technically still going to the downside. I'm completely, like I said, swinging into yesterday, averaging up yesterday, holding my guns. I was down for sure, but and then adding to today. Like I said, I crushed it. Dude, day trade boss, isn't today? All right, day trade boss, I want you to remember one thing right now, because I know the euphoria juices are pumping right now. You do have a little bit more downside, but you are decreasing in volume. And the euphoria during these moments when like you're printing, which you probably are, it's important to remember, have a little bit of perspective. I don't know, what this is. I saw your account looks like it's gone straight up, the Robinhood line that you posted. So just what is the reason for Tesla to drop that much? I think the Twitter thing has a lot to do with it. Oh yeah, yeah, we've signaled so many trims on Teslas.
Worth noting they had their best print, the best earnings ever. So this is the reaction. That should be very telling going forward to the rest of earnings season.
That's awesome. That's good to know. But yeah, remember that if you are taking profit right now on something that you're up on big, you are now preparing yourself for the next big play. But if you start making this a longer battle than it needs to, and starting to, because if it bounces, which like Rolly, Astro, and all of us said, it can continue to go down. But Tesla cult buyers, when they come in, they usually come in pretty strong. and you will see a bounce. So, like I said, decreasing volume on a downtrend means that buyers can definitely move it to the upside. But
I can see them. They're sitting out there.
are you locked into this day trade, boss? Ah, I mean, is this one of those?
Our unity.
Tough, man. That is really. You ever considered moving from Robinhood? Because this might be the day. This might be the moment. Leave on a good note. I haven't made a. Just the environment left me. Oh wow, dude, and that's even better.
Good exit our unity. Damn, this is stuck. Out of A&D. Never mind. Hey guys, you can follow the triggers to the upside too. Obviously you see it's approaching a trigger. You're 30 cents off, but I mean you've got you're running toward that trigger. I will enter sometimes early, but you better have some volume by I don't see. You can trade these. Let's use the other way.
All right, real quick before I go, YouTube members, see here. Really quick, everybody loves Jay. So not to call you out, but I've been seeing this kind of I don't want to call it attitude, but reaction towards trading, kind of consistently. And I was actually thinking about this last night. Oftentimes when we grow frustrated with something to the point where we have to walk away, it's that trip away and look back that causes or helps us kind of see the bigger picture and realize our mistakes, because you kind of get to look at the look at it as a separate individual, reflecting on the mistakes. And so sometimes just a little bit of time away to just cool down, because oftentimes trading every single day, it is stressful. It does build up stress, and so can and will affect you. Um, so just have, because right now I would say, like, you're going to have to really work on being patient and waiting for these plays to come to fruition, and then also being comfortable sitting back and looking at those higher, or like that 15-minute time frame, and waiting for those candles to close. But don't be too hard on yourself as well. Like, if you the main thing that I focused on when I first started was my analysis. Was I right? The execution is what I had to work on. That's the hard part. Executing. A lot of people can do analysis, but it's the execution, and then the confidence. A lot of people's trading or lack of discipline will actually scar them. They'll scar themselves and make it hard for them to go to trade going into the future because they got greedy and they held something, and that was up 100%, and now it's down 10, and they lost all of their gains when every single time it bounced up, they were negotiating rather than just taking a step back, taking a deep breath. Okay, I made a mistake. I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving. And it's hard to do. It's not easy, but it's often done in hindsight. So if you have to take a day or two, if you have to paper trade so the emotions you separate a little bit emotionally, and you start getting that mechanical grease, and then, go from there. So, all Alrighty. Well, with that being said, if you are on YouTube or anywhere else, make sure you guys check the announcements. We did post an announcement yesterday. Just want to make sure everybody's aware. Going forward, it's obviously not for a while, but and then yeah, I'll be back on a little bit later if I see anything. But great trading from all the admins. Appreciate you guys. Yes. I could send you a little Sienna. What is that called? A little turbo props. You might get blown away, but
Like this makes me happy that I'm gonna come back into outfits next month.
I mean, all I like I said, dude, like that when you got all of us, like all looking targeting on one thing, yeah, it gives me confidence, Snee, everybody, Rolly, you, Atlas, Astro, get, like, yeah, I aped in, yeah, I know, that's what you were saying. Yeah, Wheezy. I mean, I was just talking about Tesla, but yeah, actually, I was just gonna say, Jonica. I know I said that terribly wrong, but you making your own play today, just off of you haven't taken any of our trades, but just being in this environment, helping you, that's even better. So yeah, definitely. So all right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll alert you guys if I go live tonight. But yeah, catch you guys later. Peace.
No, look at short. It says the Irish word with leverage at 975.